Hi, I'm Tessa Adams, and this is my cousin Lauren Adams, and we are at the Adams Farm in Wilmington, Vermont, and we're the 6th generation on the farm. The farm was purchased in 1865 by my great-great-great-grandfather.
Each generation here on the farm has had to do their own thing to keep the farm going. We've had everything from a wood shop to a sawmill to a dairy herd, a beef cattle herd. We've done agricultural tourism with a petting farm, and we do horse-drawn sleigh rides. But one thing we've always done here on the farm is maple sugaring.
So here on the farm, our sugaring season usually runs from mid-March to mid-April. We need it to freeze at night and warm up quick during the day. It's that freezing and thawing that moves the sap throughout the tree. So to gather the sap, we drill a hole into the tree, like this is a section of a maple tree that had blown down in our sugar lot. And you can see the different tap hole wounds throughout the generations. So the earlier ones would have been drilled by my great-great-great-grandfather. You move out a little further, great-great-grandfather. These shallow ones would have been my great-grandfather, then grandfather, and then my dad or Lauren's dad on the outer edge. So this here is our family tree. So something that makes us unique is that our great-great-great-grandfather, along with a neighbor,
we have to count all those greats,
invented and got a patent on a wooden liquid storage tub back in the late 1800s. These are some of them. This one would have been used on the back of a sleigh or some kind of skid behind the horses to gather the sap with. Wood is a good insulator. It keeps the sap nice and cool so it stays fresher longer. And this is the other tank, the bigger gathering tank or liquid holder. So if you drive around New England, you're apt to see some of these, and if you do, they came from this farm. They were all built right here on the farm in the wood shop where we just were.
Farm, we have about 100 acres. 35 of it is our maple sugar lot, which is all surrounding me. One of our biggest difficulties here is that we have a north-facing lot, so we don't get that early morning sun to come in and heat up the tree. Our sugaring season is about mid-March to mid-April because we need freezing nights for it to warm up quick during the day. It's the freezing and thawing action which gets the sap flowing from the roots to the tips of the trees to make the leaves. So like I said, with us being a north-facing lot, we don't get that early morning sun. So we tend to start about a week or so later than most people do, but we love sugaring. So we do still sugar here the old-fashioned way by using the buckets. We have in the past used the plastic tubing, but it's just gotten old and outdated, so we have gone back to using the buckets because we still had them lying around. Last year, I believe we had about 1,600 to 1,800 taps here on the farm, and and we made about 200 gallons of syrup.
Yep. So to make maple syrup, when the sap comes out of the tree, it's clear just like water. It has maybe a 2% sugar content. And syrup is 66.5% sugar. So nothing is added. All we do is boil away all this extra water until we get to 66.5%, which will take anywhere from 30 to 45 gallons of sap to get that 1 gallon of syrup. And we still heat the old-fashioned way on a wood stove or over a wood fire. So this is our wood shed. We'll be burning at least 10 cords of this next spring in order to make our syrup. We still use the wood because my grandfather feels that the slow burn of the wood brings out the best maple flavor. So we make our syrup in the sugar house down below us. This is our new sugar house built in the 1920s. The old sugar house was down at the farmyard and that was built in the 1700s. We took that down probably 10 years ago or so before it fell down.
So during the sugaring season, it's always me and Tessa out here. My grandfather's usually the one driving the tractor. My dad's helping us. Once in a while we can rustle up a few locals to come and help us for free. We don't really make much money here in the sugaring business, so whatever free labor we can get, but these days that's kind of hard to come by. But you definitely don't get in the maple syrup business to get rich. If we're lucky, we'll break even on a year. Mostly it's just done out of tradition and because there's not much else to do. There's my dad, Kip. He's in the skid steer. He's one of the family members that help us sugar. We tried to get him on video, but he's really busy right now. So.
Videotaping you. So this is my grandfather, Bill. He's getting ready to do a wagon ride, I think, aren't you? Yeah. Okay. So you can go wagon riding and we'll leave you alone. Okay. So baby cousin Lauren, what's your favorite reason for sugaring?
My favorite thing about sugaring is mostly tradition. Remember a couple years ago when no one else wanted to help us sugar, so we just decided we were going to come out here ourselves and start tapping trees I don't know, what do we do, like 1,000 taps or so before someone else decided to come out here and help us. So
we shouldn't have given them any syrup.
No, it should have all been ours that year.
It should have been. Well, and Grandpa helped, obviously.
Yeah,
he's trying to teach us how to boil
how to
without
do it right.
without burning the sugar house down.
But yeah, tradition. I would hate to see this disappear, and it's a lot of fun, and there's nothing better than drinking maple syrup.
I think that's pretty much my reasons too. Yeah, currently the farm is for sale. Graham and Gramp own it right now, but due to the downturn in the economy, it has been put on the market. But it's been on the market for what, a year and a half?
At least.
Yeah, and so maybe we'll figure out something and it'll stay in the family for another.
Okay, you can go,
Grammy.
Grammy. Tell us about syrup.
Okay, so for each tap in a tree, we hope to get at least 1 quart of finished product.
And so that's our finished product. We sell our syrup all right here in our farm store. We don't wholesale it out anywhere because it's too much work with all the trucking around in the woods. Right?
Right.
Right.